All right. So before we formally get started up, guys, I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you. I'm so grateful that you guys are here. I intend that your holiday, your Thanksgiving holiday was blessed and that you guys enjoyed your families. You guys got a lot of really delicious food. You guys got some rest. You guys got present to what you should be grateful for, right? So again, thank you for being part of my life. I know that I messaged and I put a video out there, wishing everybody Thanksgiving, but I'm very, very blessed. Thanks to all of you. Thank you for allowing me to do what I do. I am extremely, extremely grateful. So thank you guys for being part of this community. Thank you guys for obviously having your cameras on, because it definitely makes a difference that you guys have your camera on. Ms. Nadine, I see you here in the house as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here just so we can get started up. You guys also know the drill. Hold up a second. I don't know, where am I at? Here is the screen. Okay, cool. So remember to be present, right? Bring your full attention to the Zoom. Eliminate the distractions. Focus and stay with the conversation. Engage and drop insights in the chat. And understand that how you do anything is how you do everything. And remember that this message today is specifically for you. So are you ready? Yes. All right, cool. I'm ready. I'm for sure ready. So are you ready? All right. All right. I guess I'm. Yes. Thank you. One of you is ready. Okay. I appreciate it. Drop it into the chat. All right. Ready. All right. All right. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Everybody's in holiday mode. Come on now. Separation season. Come on. Stay ready. Let's go. Separation season is happening now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, everybody go ahead and unmute yourselves. You guys obviously know that we do affirmations here before we get started up with everything. So unmute your microphones. Let's give this level 10 energy. You guys already know high energy equals high income. So 1, 2, 3, power up.
Power up.
Power up.
All right, 1, 2, 3, power up.
Power up.
Power up.
Power up.
High energy equals high income.
High energy equals high income.
High income.
Every day and every way I'm getting better and better.
Every day
and
every way I'm getting better and
Better and
better.
better.
Every day and every way I'm getting stronger and stronger.
Every day and every way I'm getting stronger and stronger.
Stronger.
Every day and every way I'm getting smarter and smarter.
Every day and every way I'm getting smarter and smarter.
All I need is within me now.
All I need is within me now.
I have perfect health.
I have
perfect health.
I was born to win.
I was born to win.
Born to win.
I will never surrender.
I will
never
Surrender.
I will always keep growing.
I always keep
growing.
I was born to be great.
I was born to be great.
Born to be great.
Today will be the best day of my life.
Today is the
Today
best.
will be the best
Will be
day
the
of
best
my
day of
life.
my life.
No matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Today is the
All
best day
right.
of my
All
life.
right. Awesome. 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 Thank you guys so much. All right. All right. Let's move that. Let's move that energy. Let's move that blood in the system. I know everybody got that turkey. You know what I mean? That meals and everything. You guys' energy was like level 8 right there, like level 7. All right. So let's keep focused, guys. But thank you guys so much for participating with this affirmations. This is something, guys, I highly believe in. I've been doing this for almost, I think, 15 plus years when I barely discovered it. And yes, I was the crazy person yelling all on my own in the car and in different places. And sometimes I forget that I don't close my window. And sometimes the neighbor looking at me funny over here too. So I don't care. I think it's obviously, again, based on our affirmations, right? High energy equals high income. I really do believe that. Now let's breathe. Let's just breathe. Let's just go ahead and get centered and grounded. Let's bring our awareness into this room. So let's just breathe 6 times. We're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We're going to do that 6 times. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, hold it at the top, hold it. And here I want you to hold it as long as you can. And when you're ready, just let go. Sheesh. I got some dose of oxygen in my brain. I feel good. I feel so good. All right. All right. I'm so grateful for that fresh air. I'm so grateful to be here with all of you. So just fill in the blank. Okay. So just go with me. I'm so grateful for the ability to see. I'm so grateful for the ability to hear. I'm so grateful for the ability to feel. I'm so grateful for the sunlight. I'm so grateful for the sunset. I'm so grateful for the clouds. I'm so grateful for the roof over my head. I'm so grateful for the delicious food that I got to eat in Thanksgiving. I'm so grateful for my family. I'm so grateful for my friends. I'm so grateful for all of you. I am so grateful. Just fill in the blank. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for today? What can you be grateful for? Right? It's typically hidden on the most obvious things, by the way. The things that we sometimes take for granted are the most important. Gratitude is a multiplier. So now I want you to go into that gratitude where you guys have that great energy, right? I want you to visualize this day. I want you to visualize this week. I want you to visualize how you're showing up. I want you to visualize you signing contracts. I want you to visualize, receiving phone calls, come list me calls. I want you to visualize getting emails where it's saying open escrow. I want you to visualize wires hitting your bank account. I want you to visualize yourself stepping into the greatest version of yourself. How do you stand? How do you walk? How do you talk? How do you show up in the world? Visualize that, right? Do a mental movie. All right. All right. So obviously, you guys have already been here, part of this community. For those of you that have never done this, this is part of our morning meditation. This is our morning routine, right? So take aspects of this and incorporate it. One of the things that I do before I do anything, before I make a phone call, before maybe I receive a phone call and I feel like I'm not grounded, I take some deep breaths. That way I can get grounded. So apply this, utilize it throughout the day, because I think it definitely makes a huge difference, right? And there's obviously a lot of other things. Like I highly recommend you guys do some physical exercise in the morning. Getting that sweat in the morning, first thing, makes a profound impact. You feel so much better. One of my go-to things is I hit the stairs for 20 minutes. I do weightlifting, right? So I am moving that energy every single day, getting that sweat on. So I am working, guys, by the way, before I get started up with everything, I am working harder than ever right now. I am working harder than ever on myself. I am working harder than ever to become the greatest version of myself, because in these moments of change, honestly, I see it as an opportunity. I get excited during these moments, and this is where we get edges. And I'll get into that conversation here shortly. A goal, like everybody should know their goals, right? I would say put it on your screensaver, put it on your desktop, put it everywhere. Read it twice a day, because the reticular activating system detects your goals. So the goal as an organization is to serve 21,000 families, 10 billion in volume, and to grow an organization over 10,000 agents. So I'm going to go into a quick little local market update, and then I'm going to go into the conversation. I've been keeping you guys up to date with everything that is happening nationally with different statistics. And from week by week, I've been able to keep you guys up to date. There hasn't been really any changes here this last week due to the holidays. Next week, I will have a more complete up-to-date market update, because we'll have a whole a ton of information for November. So give you guys a great market update that is going to be something that's going to be national. So just quickly, guys, and this, by the way, you guys should be doing in your local markets. This also should be sent out to your newsletters, to your community. Find out what your numbers are. You guys need to know the actives, the pendings, the close, and the average sales on the average days on the market, and the average sales price, and what the volume is. And promote that information, right? Share that information, because when you make phone calls, when people ask you, how's the market? You should know the answer to this, right? So LA, Orange County, Riverside, San Bernardino, San Diego, the 5 counties that are surrounding me, right? That was a total of $2.1 billion in volume, 2,000 transactions, and $53 million in commissions paid. So a lot of money, right? Exchanging hands. And it didn't matter if it was a holiday. It didn't matter what happened, with the interest rates or whatever the case is, right? There's a lot of money out there. So the question you guys should ask yourself, and I tell you guys this every single week, is how much of that commission do you guys want? The conversation, I'm going to go straight into it, guys. The conversation that I prepared for you guys today is separation season is happening now. And I see this very loud and clear out there, by the way. So this is why I want to talk about this specifically today. Separation season, guys, by the way, you know, for me, these are the most exciting times for me because this is when, again, I can get an edge. This is the market where champions are made. Yes, it is. The changes lead to difficulties, and the difficulties lead to pain, challenges, all of that stuff is part of it. But if you allow that pain, you allow the process to transform you, then you're gonna become somebody greater that you can't even possibly imagine. So in this market, in this separation season, you're gonna get an edge. That's how I see everything, right? I'm not slowing down right now. Again, I'm working harder than ever. Can I slow down? Can I take, you know, this month off and next month off? Absolutely. Absolutely, I can do it. But I'm not doing it because I understand that in these moments of change is when we gain edges. When you guys see somebody that's crushing it with listings and buyers and all this inventory, understand that they put in the work, and they put in massive amounts of work where people were not able to see the work. People get rewarded in public for what they practice for years in private. Okay, so remember that. Remember that in this market, you got to roll up the sleeves. You got to work extra hard. Change means opportunity. You can choose to describe this market as an opportunity season, or you could say, fill in the blank with anything negative, right? Because the media does a great job of filling you in with those blanks. But I think that this change means opportunity. We just did a business planning session last week, by the way, and I'm going to touch on that here shortly. But in this business planning session, I think it was so powerful because it really got you clear on the most important things. And this is another belief system that you can incorporate. I'm going to be active when others choose to slow down. Again, your community could slow down, this industry could slow down, the market could slow down, whatever could slow down. That doesn't mean that you got to slow down. This is, again, when you got to hit the gas. And it's in the moments of decision when your destiny is shaped. I want all of you guys, and this is one of the things, again, that's led to massive success in my journey. It's when I decided that this was going to be my market, that I said, never again is this happening to my family again. Some of the most challenging times in my life where I had no money and I had no desire to move forward, I decided and I said, this is the beginning. This is my time. This is the winning season for me and my family. Again, you got to make that decision. You got to make decisions for yourself. Question yourself, right? What are the decisions that you need to make right now that are going to get you in position financially, spiritually, physically, emotionally, right? Look at all aspects of life. Because the one thing also, guys, that you guys got to keep very intentional in the forefront of your mind is that everything is important, right? Your physical well-being is just as important as your business. You cannot discard your physical well-being and just say, I'm going to just focus on business. Yes, you got to focus on your business, roll up your sleeves. But if you are not 100%, if your vessel is not 100%, guess what? You're not going to perform. You're not going to be able to perform at the levels where you desire. So make a decision. What are you going to decide today that you're going to no longer do? And this leads me to my next point. What are you cutting out? Because I think that the more important question is not really what you're going to do. Like our coach just said that last week, right? In the business planning, what are you cutting out? Did you guys actually look at what you guys were going to be cutting out? What kind of distractions are you cutting out, right? Maybe it's like you deciding not to go immediately to scroll on social media first thing in the morning, because maybe that puts you in a negative state and it gets you to compare yourself. Maybe it's like, you know what? I'm going to pick up the habit to work out daily. Maybe I'm not going to eat past 7 p.m. Maybe it's I'm going to get on the phone for 3 hours every single day. Maybe I'm going to go and knock on 50 doors every single day. Maybe I'm going to do 2, 3, 4, 5 open houses a week. What are you deciding to do? I'm going to put myself on social media. I'm going to do a video a day, right? Ben Simmons here is doing, I think, 100 videos in 100 days. So what are you deciding to do, right? What are you also cutting out? Eliminate the distractions, guys. Eliminate the distractions. And this leads me to the conversation that we talked about again last week. What would you do if you had 30 days to get 4 listings? Like, what would you do right now? Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. What would you do if you needed to get 4 listings in the next 30 days? Yes, I'm talking about December. What would you do if you had to get 4 listings and your life depended on it? Like literally, like if you didn't get 4 listings in the next 30 days, you basically would die, right? And I want you guys to think about that. And I even said double down, right? Because I think you were on the class last week. You double down. Okay, cool. Double down. What does that mean? Write it down in the chat. If you got to get 4 listings in the next 30 days, put it in the chat. I want you guys to put it in the chat. Door knock 200 doors a day. And when I tire, I'll call 8 to 8. Perfect. There you go. That's very specific. I love it. Thank you, James. Appreciate you chiming in. What other things would you do if you had to get 4 listings in the next 30 days? What are other things? Drop into the chat. What are the things? Or even if you're saying like, hey, listings on my thing. What about 4 escrows? What about 4 buyers under contract, right? What do you got to do in the next 30 days? And I really want you guys to ask yourself this question because, again, are you guys playing this game to win? Or are you guys just kind of playing this game to just I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just kind of making the time and it's November. I'm kind of tuning out. But again, you could choose to do that. You know what? And if you hit all your goals all year, fantastic. But I really think if you really want to get an edge, right? Look, Limani said, reach out to all the past clients, put videos out there about it, 10x my efforts, past clients, data, door knock every day, open houses, weekend, postcards 4 days a week, call my farm list, open houses, do my follow-ups over and over. Guys, do you guys agree that the winning formula for your success in real estate is readily available out there? Like every single piece of information. If you got Google and you got Chat GPT, you literally have every single piece of data to succeed at the highest levels. And again, if you cut out a lot of the distractions and you just laser focus in the next 30 days on the most important thing, I think that this is going to be what's going to lead you to the ultimate success. The professional is going to win in this market. I want you guys to practice more. I want you to call more. I want you to do more open houses. I want you to do more calling. I want you to do more of everything. Because the one thing I do know is that when you take that much action, you start to create your own luck. You start to get very lucky. That's how it happens, right? I lately, like just in the last 2 weeks, I've had two brokerages in the last 2 weeks that one of them has 175 agents. Another one has 500 agents. They're calling me. Why are they calling me? Because I put in massive amounts of effort. Daily calling, daily follow-up, daily follow-up, daily follow-up. I also want you guys to get unattached from your process, right? When you guys are doing right now, it may not lead to an immediate listing in the next 30 days, but it will lead to it in January, February, March. You guys got to think like farmers. And when you guys are thinking about all of these actions, because I think this is what either gets people to not take action or gets people not the results that they want. A lot of people say, well, I want to be successful. Well, define it. What does successful mean to you? What does that mean financially? What does that mean transactions? Like, what does that actually mean? You got to get super crystal clear of what your target is, because you will not hit a target that you don't know 100%, right? If I say I'm just driving, I'm just going to go out there and drive and I'm going to get there. Well, where are you going? I don't know. I'm just going to drive and I'm going to get there when I get there. That kind of mindset, I think a lot of people navigate their business like that, and then they question on why they don't have the results. Well, be very specific on what you want. And I'm not saying that you should be making $1 million, $2 million, $5 million a year. Figure out what that number is for you. What is it specifically for you? Once you have your aim, once you have your target, obsess about that and tune out all of the other distractions. Yes, this is a lonely journey, right, at times. But the great thing, guys, you guys have a community here, right? When a lot of the times, in the past, if I even think about my own process, I had to just get myself mentally prepared every single day. And I didn't have a community to talk to. I didn't have anybody else to vocalize my ideas or somebody to hold me accountable. It was me against me. I had to look at myself in the mirror and get honest. But I really think that, again, there is literally no excuse on why every single one of you, and again, you guys are showing up, and I know that's why you guys are committed, but show up and take massive action. Win big. Delayed gratification is going to play a huge, huge role into everything you do right now. Because in the moments of change, right? Even it's like, oh my God, I'm taking all this action. I'm knocking on the doors. I'm following up. I'm posting every day. I'm doing open houses. I'm knocking on the doors. I'm doing everything, and I'm doing it over and over and over, and you're not getting it. This delayed gratification, I talk about it a lot because I think that this is the one key quality of the greats. You look at the Michael Jordans, the Kobe Bryants, you look at every single phenomenal person that's ever done anything great. You know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm listening to his book right now. Every single one of them has delayed gratification. Delayed gratification, guys, does not look sexy. It does not look like super, like it's like, I know a lot of us do these like super awesome videos, and, we're capturing like this perfect little image, and, we're winning, but success doesn't look like that every single day. It looks like you being on the phone, calling people, sometimes getting rejected, and sometimes people telling you no. And again, you have to play in this delayed gratification into what you do. Because if you don't have this one ingredient in the core of everything you do, like, understand that whatever you're committed to doing is going to take what it's going to take. I want you to guys just like, you could put your own timelines. You could say, well, by December, I'm going to do this. By next year, I'm going to have X. And you're going to take massive amount of action. But guess what? What if it doesn't happen? Are you going to quit? Are you going to just stop? Are you going to throw in the towel because, oh, I didn't do it? And this is when, again, the greats create separation. This is why I'm talking about all this stuff, because this is the thing. This is the key ingredient that creates separation, the delayed gratification. I'm going to knock on doors. I'm going to do open houses. Okay. I'm conscious and aware that my efforts will lead to success, and I'm not attached. I want you guys to be committed to your goals, but I won't want you to be attached to the results. I don't want you to be attached. I don't want you to feel pain. Say, oh, I'm not getting the results. And I've talked to you guys about this in the past, right? The difference between a driver and a passenger. Do you guys remember the difference between a driver and a passenger? Yes. Mamba mentality. First one in the gym, last one out of the facility. Love it, Hector. Love it. Do you guys remember what it means to stay in the driver's seat? I'm talking to you guys. Do you guys remember what it means to stay in the driver's seat? Yes? Anybody? No. Does anybody remember? You guys don't remember what you, okay, cool. Awesome. We got one no. Can anybody chime in and tell me what it means to be in the driver's seat? Feel free to post in the chat or unmute yourself. Because I think this is the most important thing. Yes, be a leader, not a follower. No excuses. Take control of your life. Take control. Yes, take control. Take control. Yes. So what it means to be a driver is to take full responsibility. Full responsibility for everything. That's what it means. That means that you have to audit your life, audit your results, look at what you've done, and say, I did that. If you got like lousy results, if you didn't get what you wanted to get, I did that. You know what? If you had like 2-3 listings that canceled, then you didn't do a great job, I did that. You know what? I had no escrows closing in the last 30 days, 60 days. I did that. I haven't made any phone call. I want you guys to get honest with yourself, because the only way that you guys are going to stay in the driver's seat is by being honest with yourself and taking full responsibility for everything. I don't want you to tell me that the interest rates, the government, the inventory, when you start to point out other things outside of yourself, you are being a passenger. You're being a passenger, and nobody in this community has, I mean, obviously you could choose to be a passenger, but you're aware now what it means to be a driver and a passenger. I did a class on this stuff. So I want you guys to take full responsibility for everything that is showing up in your life. And yes, it is not like sexy to look at it and say, man, I did this, or the lack of results that I have, I did all of that. But if you are really honest with yourself like that, that's when you truly can make a difference. That's when you truly can change something. Because if you're just lying to yourself and saying, well, I'm in the driver's seat, but, the results that are showing up to me, they're not really my responsibility. Well, yes, they are. Get in the driver's seat. I'm responsible for it. Right? So remember, don't forget this. I think this is, again, one of the biggest staples for your success. Stay in the driver's seat. The other thing, do not lose sight of this. Put everything in your calendar. Everything that you do, it's an appointment, it's prospecting, it's your lunch, it's your date night, whatever it is, I want you to put it on your calendar. Because if it doesn't exist on your calendar, you're not going to do it. And start off, again, on your calendar, start blocking off all the negotiables that you can't negotiate, right? Maybe it's taking your kids or picking up your kids from school, going to that soccer game. Again, maybe you have a wedding or you have an event, right? Make sure you block out all of those things. You guys should already have this done, by the way, but if you haven't done that over the weekend where you actually put everything in a calendar, do not go into the rest of the week without putting everything on your calendar. That's going to include your open houses. That's going to include your prospecting. That's going to include your reading time. That's going to include everything, your haircut, right? Your self-care. All of that has to go on your calendar. If you're not putting it in your calendar, it's not going to happen. I just know human nature. This is why I am able to optimize and do so much with my time, because I put everything with my calendar. I have the exact same 24 hours that you guys do, right? Warren Buffett has the exact same hours that we do. Anybody that you want to label as a great, they all have the exact same 24 hours, but they do specific things with their time day in and day out. So please promise me that you guys are going to put every single activity on your calendar. Because again, this is, again, a quality of a driver. I put everything on my calendar because I'm taking full responsibility for my time. I'm not hoping. I'm not trying, right? Hope is not a strategy and trying is not a strategy. You do it or you don't. That's the only thing. So put everything on your calendar. And do not get quiet right now. I want you to get louder. I want you to get louder than ever. I want you to do more content. I want you to do more activities. I want you to get louder than ever. Do not shrink in this market. Do not shrink to make other people feel comfortable, by the way. Oh, I don't want to get so loud because people are going to think I'm crazy, or they're going to think like, who am I, right? Whatever BS story you're telling yourself. No, get louder. Own your greatness. Step into your greatness. Stop worrying about what people think. They're not going to pay your bills at the end of the day. Why do you care so much? That should be a question. Why do I care about what people think about me? Start to think about those kind of things. Because if you're not getting as loud as you can be, again, you guys are real estate professionals, but you guys are a marketing company. And a marketing company, tell me if a marketing company will do well if they don't promote, if they're like super quiet. Would that be a good marketing agency or a great marketing agency? Probably not. Right? You guys got to be super loud right now. Louder than ever, because there's a lot of noise. You got to pretend, and I don't know where, I think I heard this on the last training last week with Aaron. You got to pretend that people will forget about you in 12 hours max. You got to pretend that every single person that you talk to is going to forget about you. So what does that mean? Right now, guys, I also would encourage you guys to lean in on all your multi-channel marketing, which I'll share with you guys here shortly. But I want you also to get clear about this. And I heard this from one of my mentors this couple of days ago, Gene Frederick. And, somebody asked him, he said, what should I do for lead generation? What are the best things that are going to work in today's market? And Gene Frederick, right, 40 plus years in the business, he said, what energizes you? What naturally energizes you? Is getting in front of people energizing you, right? Getting on the phone energizing you, knocking on doors, what is naturally energizing you? Because that's going to give you an instinct to basically figure out what the thing that you're going to lean in on more than everybody else, right? For me, I decided to lean in on open houses because I'm very good in front of people. I'm very good about connecting and listening to people, right? That energizes me. It was something I could do easily and effortlessly. So what energizes you? If you want to get clear about like, what activity should I do? what energizes you naturally. I'm not saying that every aspect of it is going to energize you, by the way. There's going to be, an open house. The putting up the signs doesn't energize me, right? Picking up the signs at the end of that open house does not energize me. But I get energized when I'm in front of that customer. I'm in front of people. I can do deals. I can pick up business that way. So what naturally energizes you? And the most important thing, separation season. Lead generation is the oxygen to your business. Prospect, prospect, prospect. That's what I want you guys to do more than anything else right now. Prospect, prospect, prospect. Every single day, no matter what, especially if you haven't hit your goals, especially if you're struggling, you got to do this all day. When I didn't have any money, any resources, I would get on the phone all day. I would knock on doors. I would do open houses. I did all the things that didn't cost me any money, right? Knocking on doors didn't cost me any money. It just costed me my time. Doing open houses, I didn't even have money to even buy my own signs. I borrowed signs. It didn't cost me any money. I printed, a couple of flyers, at my office that I got for free. That's what I did at that time. I don't even encourage people to even use flyers. Use your phone, right? When you get in front of somebody, you guys can literally just say like, oh, cool, I just ran out of flyers. I have a digital one. What's your best number? Let me send it to you. Look down. Send it over to them on the spot. But prospect, guys, prospect. And get clear about this. You only have 3 jobs as a real estate professional. Talk to buyers, talk to sellers, and negotiate contracts. Talk to buyers, talk to sellers, negotiate contracts. Those are your 3 jobs. Your only 3 jobs. Everything else that you do beyond this is a waste of time. You could leverage it. You can get a virtual assistant. You can get, a transaction coordinator. You can get so many different people that help you, but these are your 3 main jobs. And I want you guys to be clear about that. That's it. If I'm not talking to a buyer, if I'm not talking to a seller, or I'm not negotiating a contract, I'm diluting what I'm supposed to be doing. So these are your only 3 jobs. Clear? Clear, clear, clear? Yes, yes, yes. 100%. I think I'm talking to a group of professionals, so I know that you guys know this.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Guys, get on the phone. Get on the phone. Get on the phone. Your energy on the phone when you talk to somebody cannot be replicated by a text message. And yes, I believe in text messages as well. I send out text messages. I send out emails. I send out a lot of different things. But there is nothing that gives me more ROI than me getting on the phone. So get on the phone. Connect with people. This is how you're going to figure out if there's an opportunity there. Get on the phone. And I want you guys to know this about every single person. I did this in the past. I want you guys to screenshot this. Every single person you connect with, I want you guys to obtain this information. This is kind of like your roadmap, right? I want you guys to have their email address. I want you to understand if they're a homeowner, right? Because that way you can categorize them as a buyer or seller. Collect their address if they're homeowners. That way you can give them an evaluation every 30 days. Determine if they have any real estate services needs or anybody else that might know. Ascertain their frequency of follow-up. Hey, I'm going to stay in touch with you. Do you mind if I connect with you every once in a while? How often should I follow up with you? Oh, you know what, Leo, just stay in touch with me every 30 days or, every week or whatever it is. Find out what that frequency of follow-up is. Document this. Import their information into your CRM, right? EXP, we got KV Core. You guys got that for free. By the way, that platform is like $700 outside of EXP. If you guys are not using that, my God, like you guys are losing out on a big time money. Because once you guys know this information, guys, your business is going to get fun. Every single person you have in your database and your SOI, if you know all of this information, you're going to literally be able to predict where your next transaction is going to come from. You should know this about every single person. So please promise me that you guys will know this. And I added this little last one, number 8. Do you own a business? And I added this one because this could also lead to commercial. A lot of people that you guys know are buying and selling commercial, but if you don't ask, you will never get that business. You can partner up with a commercial broker and make a huge referral. We got a lot of people here that are experts in commercial. So you could partner up with somebody, even if you don't have the confidence to do the deal. But make sure you know this. Please promise me you guys are going to know this about every single person, your past clients, your SOI. I want you guys to know this. Screenshot this. This should be your backbone for your conversation. And every single conversation, we're talking about separation season. So I want you guys to decide what are your 4 main pillars that you will implement, right? A couple of you said door knocking. A couple of you said open houses, right? From the previous questions I had asked. So I want you to determine what those 4 main pillars are going to be for you specifically. What's your formula of success? And I want you to implement it on your calendar. Implement it on your calendar. Thank you, James. Appreciate you posting it on the chat. Appreciate that. So what are those 4 main pillars for you guys? Write those down for yourself. Your daily routine. I think I talked about this already. We started off this conversation. Find out. Look, I'm not saying I do my morning routine perfectly every single day, but I do something every single day that gets me energized. Sometimes I incorporate breath work, gratitude. I incorporate journaling, reading, working out. I do a variation of all of them. Sometimes I do all of them, or sometimes I do only a couple of them. But I want you guys to do something. I don't show up energized or to these meetings because I'm unprepared. I prepare. I spend a couple of hours putting all this stuff together for you guys. I also wake up extra early, make sure that my energy is on point, make sure that my brain is warmed up. That's the same thing that you guys got to do for your clients, right? Ryan, thank you for posting it. Door knocking, educating others, cold calls, and social media. Dope. Love it. Pick your 4. Pick your 4 and knock out everything else. And this is another one, guys. I added this one because I want you guys. I get this comment a lot. I see you everywhere. I see you everywhere. I see you everywhere. I want all of you to be everywhere all at once. How do you do that? Multi-channel marketing machine. You guys should have emails sent out to your entire database. You should be sending out text messages to your entire database. You guys should be posting on social media on every single platform. And following up, calling people, going to events, networking. Be everywhere all at once. Once you create the system, then you're going to have feedback like that. And people are going to be like, man, I see you everywhere. Take that as a compliment. If people are not telling you that they can see you everywhere, you're not being loud enough, by the way. You're not being loud enough. Like, if you want to determine, am I being loud enough or not? Are you getting that compliment? Are people telling you, I see you everywhere? Because if they're telling you that they see you everywhere, that means that you're being loud. But if you're not getting that compliment, that means you're not being loud enough. So maybe it's one of these categories. But look, guys, I do every one of these things, by the way, right? You guys get my emails. You guys get my text messages. You guys see me on social media. You guys, I like everything I'm telling you guys to do. I am doing it every single day. So rip off and deploy, right? I am doing it. So just do exactly what I do. Take aspects of it. Take what you like and, don't use what you don't like. I'm using KV Core for the most part. But for my emails, I'm actually using MailChimp. The reason why I'm using MailChimp is because I got coaching and my coach wanted to know what my open rate for my emails are. So I wasn't able to actually figure that out through KV Core. I wasn't able to see how many people actually opened up my emails. So MailChimp was able to give me that information. MailChimp is what I would use if you want to keep track of it. On average, guys, I email you guys. You guys get my emails. I email you guys a lot. Every single time. My average open rate is 35 to 40% every single time out of 6,000 people that I consistently. So I got 2 different lists. I got 6,000 people on MailChimp. I think we got another 10,000 on KV Core. My KV Core ones are a little bit more of a colder audience, right? That haven't opted into something. And then all of my 6,100 and some change are opted into my, events or something that I put out there. That's when I'm getting almost 40% open rate every single time I send out an email. So don't also be worried about that. Like, oh man, am I sending out too much stuff? No, just do it. Just do it. People want to work with people that are professional, that are out there. Guys, this is also another nugget I wrote for you guys. I want you to ignore your problems temporarily. Okay. Don't want to disclose that. I want you to ignore your problems temporarily. If you got problems right now, I want you to ignore them. And I want you to focus on taking action. Be the driver. Stay in the driver's seat. Okay. Ignore your problems, right? Are you behind on your bills? You can't afford to pay your car. You can't afford to pay your cell phone. I've been there myself. I had to ignore my problems. I wasn't, and that's why it's funny, but I've literally done this. So this is why I'm telling you guys that if you're going through problems, the only way to solve problems is by not focusing on them and focusing on actions that are going to help you to solve those problems. But it's not by suffering. It's not by feeling more pain about the problem. It's literally, you got to ignore it temporarily. You got like that like late notice. You got like, I had to like literally get super creative with even keeping my cell phone on at one point because I couldn't keep my cell phone on. I'm like, you know what? I need another extension. I'm so sorry. I mean, honestly, guys, I'm being real with you, right? Whatever it is that you're going through, if you're going through that kind of challenge, ignore it temporarily, right? And also don't compare yourself to anybody else. Okay, everybody's at a different chapter. Everybody is different. So please do not compare yourself and your results to other people. That's the number one pain, way to put you in pain. So don't do that. And then ignore everybody else. I want you to ignore everybody else, right? I only want you to have a couple of people that you truly listen to, and everybody else, tune them out. Even some of your family, tune them out. Like, don't listen to their opinions about what you're doing. Please, like, just don't do it. Ignore their opinions. Ignore what they're saying. I want you to not compare yourself and ignore your problems temporarily, and understand that the only way to solve your problems is by focusing on action. I went through so much pain and so much suffering at one point in my life that I just got to the point where I was just like tired of being tired and tired of suffering. I was like, nothing is changing. Things are getting worse. And then I figured out, I'm like, oh, well, the only thing I know that actually changes things is action. So that's the only thing you guys got to do. So here's a couple of quotes that were pretty inspirational that I wanted to share with you guys. In the depth of winter, I finally learned that within me lay an invisible summer. This was a very powerful quote by Albert Camus. You guys all have an invisible summer within you. You guys all have fire within you that you haven't tapped into. You all have greatness within you that you haven't even channeled or even accessed. So no matter what's going on in the environment, you have that invisible summer within yourself. And the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. Jimmy Johnson. I like that. I like that. Opportunities are usually disguised as hard work, so most people don't recognize them. Isn't that funny? It's like that's where the opportunities are. Hard work. Don't wait to strike till the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking. Action. Action. Right? These are quotes that I like. This is like on point with this conversation. And I'll answer your questions here shortly. I'm just going to get to these couple points. Just notice the time. This book I highly recommend, guys. Angela Duckworth wrote this book called Grit. It's the power of passion and perseverance. She did extensive research on people that, she saw people that had high IQs and people that had lower IQs. And she saw that the difference maker between the people that succeeded at a really high level was their grit. And let me define grit, because that's the first point of the book. She defines grit as the combination of passion and perseverance for long-term goals. It's not just about working hard, but maintaining a steadfast commitment over time. The delayed gratification. That's the definition of grit. You guys got to roll up the sleeves. Grit versus talent. That's one of the second points. The grit scale, which you can find in the book. You guys should read this book. I'm actually reading it myself right now. The role of effort. Talent, it says, while talent is about how fast you improve, effort is what makes your skills improve. Passion and perseverance. Duckworth explains that while passion gives you direction, perseverance helps you keep moving forward. Both are necessary for high achievement. Growth mindset. Carol Dweck, great book. If you haven't read that, by the way, make sure you read Carol Dweck's mindset book. It's the belief that the ability to learn is not fixed and can change with effort. The power of failure, guys. Also, be okay with failure, guys. Be okay with failing. It's part of the process. I don't know anybody that has succeeded at a really high level that hasn't been okay with failing. So I want you guys to understand that you guys are gonna fail at a lot of the stuff that you guys do, and it's okay. It's part of the process. Interest, practice, purpose, and hope. the importance of deliberate practice, raising greedy kids. So even dives into that topic. I highly recommend that you guys listen to that. Going into the EXP stock, we're at $12.29 as a stock. Congratulations to all you shareholders. This is a little kind of like a visual representation of our training calls. You guys already got this email on Saturday, by the way, but I just wanted you guys to see this. We have the Power Up Market Update. We have Winner Circle Wednesday, Generational Wealth Building Mastermind on Thursday. We have a free coaching call on Friday. We're also going to have a special class with my good friend, George Salazar. We're going to be doing a luxury webinar on the 30th at 10 a.m. So if you guys want to understand luxury and how to sell unique properties, George was one of the most sought out after speakers at his previous company, Berkshire Hathaway. He just moved over with us. So he's a wealth of knowledge, speaks multiple languages, has done many transactions that are very difficult to sell. This man has a wealth of knowledge. So I want you guys to tune into this class. And that's basically what I have, with the exception of, obviously, Miss Terry. So thank you, Terry, for everything you do. She's keeping you guys up to date with everything you guys get, via text, via email. So thank you, Terry, for everything. And make sure you guys reach out. If you guys are not getting our emails or our text messages, you guys got to stay connected to the community. So I'm going to open it up here. And I think there's a couple of questions, and we have a couple more minutes. There's a question here by Jennifer. I'm in the Nextdoor app. I have a person on the Nextdoor asking me if I have a pocket listing. Can you share with me what that means? Okay, cool. So we do have a platform that is a private listing type of service that we have. Can you drop it into the chat, Terry? You guys, it's called Zen List. Zen List. The Zen List is free to register. You guys can register for Zen List in about 2 minutes. And this gives you access to all of the off-market inventory. If I was you guys, I would be literally, promoting all of these inventories and say, hey, I have pocket listings. I have a pocket listing in this city, this price range, right? Because people want deals. All right, cool. So I think that answers that question. Just go to Zen List. Cool. This is an opportunity for you guys to either ask a question, share an aha, or declare your goals. So I'm going to open it up to you guys. Thank you guys for listening to what I had to say today. I appreciate you guys. All right. Who wants to declare their goals? Share any ahas? Share anything that's working for you? All right. Zen List doesn't have a Z as of now, most likely, but it probably will be added soon. All right. Everybody's quiet in here. What's going on? Goals, breakthroughs, anything to share? This is your time now.
I'll share. So first off, thank you so much, Leo, for putting this together. So I'm definitely gonna be working on my 4 tasks. So door knocking, open houses, following up on my sphere list, and working on my content creation. So thank you.
Awesome. Love it. Thank you, Rosalind. I appreciate you being the first one up. Appreciate you sharing your goals. And Hector asked, what do I think about Zillow Premier? I think Zillow Premier could be an aspect of your business, one of your pillars, if you choose to. But you should definitely have other pillars. I'm not I'm not from the school of thought that I think that I'm against anything, like, oh, you shouldn't do that. I think everything works, but everything doesn't work for everybody. So figure out what works for you. Right. So if you feel like, hey, Zillow Premier is working for me and I'm getting a bunch of business from it, fantastic. Knock yourself out. But I would also, again, add 3 additional pillars. Do not make that your only pillar. Cool. Amanda said that she's going to get a client pre-approved on Wednesday evening. Let's go. Awesome. All right. I have a question. Doesn't really apply for today, but my buyer refuses to go down in price. So are you representing the buyer or are you representing the seller?
Hi,
Maybe we can jump.
Hi,
Yeah,
Leo.
go ahead.
I'm representing the seller.
Okay, got it.
The seller actually moved out of town to be closer to his family, elderly couple. They went from 5:30 to 5:19 when I took on the listing, and it's been, today actually makes a month. I've had open houses 3 times, 4 times a week, and I'm getting the men liking it, but the backyard needs help. But the women just are bulking, and he refuses to go down from 519, which I believe a good selling price is about 485, 490. But they don't have a mortgage on it, so they could sit on it. And I'm kind of like at
Yeah.
wit's ends now.
Right. Yeah. So what I would say is, obviously keep taking action on what you're doing, keep leveraging it, keep doing open houses, door knock the area, keep pushing that listing, and then keep the seller up to date, like over communicate. Hey, just wanted to, I would say, one of the things you could do on a daily basis, hey, wanted to give you an update. We had 0 showings and 0 requests today. Tuesday, hey, we had 0 showings and we had 0 requests. Wednesday, we had 0 showings and we had 0 requests. Hey, Thursday, we had 0 showings and we had like annoy them, right? That would be
Okay.
one of the key things. Yeah, so
Yep.
I would say keep them up, like over communicate. That's one.
Okay.
And then the other thing is that when you're talking to the agents, have you actually presented any offers to the seller, or has
Not
anybody
one.
generated an offer?
Not one. The prior agent actually unfortunately had fallen and fractured both arms, so she couldn't do anything. And she actually was a agent in San Fernando where he purchased the other home, and he purchased that cash as well. So he's not like in a big hurry. His wife refuses to go down, and I've talked to them about 3 or 4 times a week. So I guess I can just vamp that up and, telling him like he wants to know everything, like, hey, what's going on? And I'm informing him, and he's like, well, you just keep telling me, let him buy another house that they like then. And I mean, he's a little hard to swallow.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. We have all had our handful of, I'm pretty sure everybody in here can agree with that, but maybe anybody else has any other idea that besides the one I just shared, feel free to chime in. But I think that's my piece of advice: over communicate. And then obviously when the agents try to get somebody to just write an offer, right? Because I think that's what he's doing. He's testing the market. So just tell him like, hey, this is our list price. You saw it. Please submit an offer. I want to get something to my seller. I want to get something to my seller. Like, what are your clients willing to do? Just submit it.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
That's what I would do. Yep. You're welcome. Thank you. Cool. All right. Anybody have goals to share, or any question, or anything else to contribute to the conversation before we wrap up today? And thank you, James, also for sharing these audibles. Appreciate that, brother. Grit, and then the mindset book. Is there a site that somebody can go for open houses? The answer is yes. That's Workplace. I think Terry, thank you so much for that. You already chimed in. Awesome. Terry's on it. You the best. All right. Anything else? We got 2 more minutes. Anybody wants to declare their goals or
open 3 escrows this December.
How many escrows?
3.
3 open escrows. Let's go, Madeline. Let's go. Let's go. Awesome. Thank you for declaring it. All right.
I'll go next, Leo.
Mr. Gabe Mendez, what's going on?
What's happening, brother? All right, man. So I'm going to do my goals for this week. 1 listing signed, 1 offer accepted, and then 1 team recruited into EXP.
Let's go. 1, 1, 1. Clear and specific. Let's
Hi,
go.
guys.
Crystal, what's going on?
Okay, I have 2 new listings, 1 in Inglewood and 1 in Chino, and my goal is to put both of them in escrow and close before the end of the year.
Let's go. Miss Crystal, listing queen. Let's get it. Awesome. Who else? Who else?
I'll go next. Hey, Leo.
What's up, Hector? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good, brother.
I got a close of escrow at 1220. And then I had an open house in Napa Valley yesterday. Got multiple buyers that are interested, and we're about to submit an offer this week, so we'll see how that goes.
Love it. Let's go. Generate something. Be clear, right? So you got multiple clients. Before
go.
Yeah, go ahead. But thank you for sharing. Amanda, go for it.
All right, so I have 5 buyers looking, hoping to get them under contract this month, before the end of the year. And then I have 2 listings, and this morning I got feedback that we might get an offer. So,
all right, let's go. Thank you for sharing. And get those clients. When you declare your goals, just let's be mindful of like either saying hope or try. Let's not hope that we're going to get those 5 clients in escrow. you're gonna get those clients in escrow, right? Because it's a different level of rigor and commitment. And I know it's like, oh my God, I just committed myself. I said 5. Yes, you got this. All right, awesome. One more person before we wrap up.
Hi, Leo. I'll do it. It's Anna.
Hello, hello. How you doing, Miss Anna?
Good. I'm gonna close my 2 open escrows, and I want to open 3 more to be able to close before the end of December.
Nice. All right. Awesome, my friend. 2 closings and 3 more openings. Let's get it. Awesome. All right, guys. It's 11 o'clock on the dot. Thank you guys all for being here. Appreciate each and every single one of you. I will see you on the next training. God bless you. And I'll see you guys.
Thank you. God bless.
Peace.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys.